Hello and welcome to another planning appeal case study video. I'm John Peters, and in this video I'm going to explain how we overcame a recent refusal by Tonbridge and Maining Council for one of our clients. This planning appeal was to overcome the refusal for a two-storey front extension that was refused by the local authority, Tonbridge Borough Planning Department. Our client was initially booked in for a free no obligation consultation to run through the refusal reasons that had been used by Tonbridge and to evaluate if an appeal was viable or if an alternative option would be best suited for them. The free no obligation consultation, which took around about 15 minutes, found that this case was viable for appeal to the Planning Inspectorate, taking the decision process away from Tonbridge Planning Department. This case was refused by Tonbridge for the following reasons. The proposed development, by reason of its siting, bulk, massing, plus narrowed gaps, design and appearance, would appear as an incongruous feature on the host dwelling. Furthermore, the proposal would break the visual gaps that the site forms part of, which is not in keeping with the character appearance of the dwellings or the wider local area. Another good old subjective set of refusal reasons for this case. As I always say, if you have a subjective refusal, challenge it. That said, this appeal did need a subjective and varied argument putting into the appeal, covering off the many areas of refusal that had been shoehorned into that small refusal paragraph. Never be complacent with a planning appeal. It is better to smash the argument through the line and beyond, opposed to just creeping over. As an organisation, we've been finding recently a number of errors in various local authority planning officers' decisions. These errors do help support the appeal cases. We do suspect the increase in these errors has been caused by cutbacks at local authorities and unprecedented increase in workloads that are piled on the reduced number of planning officers. Many of you are repeatedly stating that you've had little or no correspondence throughout the application process, and the first thing that you know is receiving the refusal notice from the council, but in some cases when you receive the letter from ourselves. Where the planning appeals experience matters, our specialist appeal team, who handle over 2.5% of all planning appeals in England and Wales that are currently produced and submitted, start by producing a comprehensive and robust appeal statement. That in this specific case covered 32 pages and was just over 7,200 words. It's important to detail in the appeal statement where the local authority failed in their assessment of the case and how, where possible, both local and national policy applies in favour of the appeal. Additionally, if possible, bringing in similar cases that the Planning Inspectorate found in favour of the appeal. Obviously, with the back catalogue we have of wins, we're able to use these cases and what the inspector said in them as additional argument to support the case we are working on. Once an appeal statement is completed, we send the document to our client, asking them to check that they are happy for us to submit the case. If we need to add any additional information the client may have forgotten previously to supply, it's done at this point and the case is then submitted. It is vitally important that all the documents and responses are submitted on time throughout the process, as failure to do so will result in the appeal not being successful, something we do hear about often when people attempt an appeal for the first time. Always ensure you use a professional who has considerable experience of appeals. It is worth asking them for some recent successful planning appeal case studies, like the ones you find on our website. Due to the large number of cases we represent, we have a dedicated team that liaises with the Planning Inspectorate on a daily basis. For this appeal, an independent planning inspector from the Planning Inspectorate visited the site on the 24th of January, and we're pleased to confirm the appeal was upheld and permission was granted on the 14th of February in a 2-page appeal decision notice. If you'd like to find out if we can help you with your planning appeal, complete our online form on our website www.planningappealsuk.com, and our new case support team will arrange for a free no obligation consultation with one of our planning appeal assessment professionals. Would you like to find an appeal case study for a certain type of application, or even in a selected area? We have so many and not all of them are published or filmed, but that does not mean we cannot show you what you're looking for. Ask our planning appeal assessment professional during your free no obligation consultation. Thank you for taking the time to watch this planning appeal case study video, and I look forward to producing the next one very shortly. Thanks a lot. Bye.